What's up, everyone, and welcome back to our Slab Stock Sundays episode. My name is Aaron, your host, joined by Julian, the co-host, once again. What's up, Julian? How we doing?
I'm doing great. A little change of scenery. I'm in Papa Slab's office. I feel very professional right now.
I was gonna say, why are you in Papa Slabs' office today?
Got some national prep, baby. Getting ready for the show. Finishing touches. Some putting prices on cards. You know the deal.
Yeah, I'm super excited. National is coming up this week. Wednesday night is the first night of the show. It's the preview night from 4 to 8 p.m. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are full days of the show. And of course, the best time of the year for collectors who can make it out to the show. And maybe those of you who are at home, it's a great time of the year because that means that Kesem is also going to our Kesem auction here on PWCC Weekly Auction. We talked about it last week. I first have to say what's up to Sports Card Professor 7 and Ken Wood for being here. But before we get into today's conversation, because if you read the title, we are going to be talking about the National for a bit with Kayla from KaylaCollects. I'm really excited to have her here in the next few minutes. But before jumping into the conversation with her, I just want to highlight really quickly, if you are on the PWCC weekly auction and you do want to, support Kesem and support the auction that sends kids to camp whose parents are impacted by cancer, they go to camp for free, in large part thanks to this auction and all of you and all of the people that donated to the cause. Once again, also thanks to PWCC for hosting the fee-less auction, which means that everything, including the buyer's premium, is donated to Camp Kesem. If you hit this tab right here on the left side, Kesem Charity Auction, we're not going to do a full preview today. We will, in fact, be doing a full episode next Sunday, of course, covering when the auction is ending. But before jumping in and talking with Kayla, Julian, I just want to ask you, of the items in the Kesem auction, what are like one or two of your favorites, if you can remember?
I mean, I got to go with that Jerry Rice, big one from Shine. I'm a big Niners fan. Super sick, 101.
Yeah, very nice.
Outside of that, I mean, have to reference last weekend's purchases. The Oscar Piastri. Speaking of the little McLaren action, they did super well today. So I'm excited about that one too.
Yeah, definitely. That's a nice one. And we're hoping that we can get, a nice flip for the kids on that one. He finished fifth 2 weeks in a row, or fourth and then fifth, I think, right?
Yeah, I think he was fourth last week.
Yeah, very awesome. I'm a big fan of the Aaron Judge dynasty ending the auction. Hopefully he returns from injury here pretty soon. If I don't think he has yet. I just wrote him the other day, but I don't think he's back yet. Hope yeah, he just started to face some live pitching right now, so not back in real game. This Khabib Gold Prism 10 flashback is a really big one, donated by Chicken 1 of 1 there. There's a cool Ronald Acuna card, and then also this really sick Bo Bichette number 2 Inception booklet with the E patch. So there's a lot of really cool things. Of course, be sure to jump. Oh, I totally forgot. Julian, I bought this in Indy. Sal Frelick just had an amazing debut. I bought this in Indy with some of the Kesem cash from Card Layer's donation. I'm going to be in the mix for that one next Sunday. What do you say?
I can't believe you didn't mention that earlier. We were watching the game.
I forgot. I literally just found out right now. That's unbelievable. Well, I'm pumped about that. Now I'm even more excited. You got some Sam Kerr with the Women's World Cup going on. I'm sure we'll talk about that for a little bit with Kayla here.
We got a comment real quick. Thank you, Bob Dylan. I need some Braylon Allen Heisman cards. I mean, if you're going to the National, if you want to see some Braylon Allen cards, we'll have quite a few at our booth because best running back in the nation.
100% facts. We will have quite a bit, but also, there's 100+ items here in this weekly auction. There's really something for everyone from all the different sports, even some non-sports, even a couple magazines as well in this auction. So it's a pretty sweet auction. I hope you all can check it out, find something you like, and we'll be back obviously next week Sunday. Well, we're gonna have the whole episode today, but next week Sunday will be the closing day of the weekly auction for Camp Kesem specifically. Hit that charity tab on the left side. I'll take you to all the different items. All right. I am now going to be welcoming in Kayla from KaylaCollects. Kayla, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, or at least I'm doing great. Julian, you great?
I'm doing great.
Awesome
well, specifically because the Nationals coming up here. Very excited about that. So I got to assume, Kayla, you're going to be there?
Yes, I'll be there.
Good to hear. And hopefully everyone here who's going can go see you as well. But I really appreciate you joining us tonight. I just want to jump in before talking about the National and ask you a little bit about yourself, what you collect, how you started collecting, and would love for the audience to hear too.
Yeah, so I'm Kayla Norsworthy, aka KaylaCollects on Instagram. And I started collecting in 2013. So I've been in the hobby 10 years this year, actually.
Season collector. I love it.
Yeah. And so I grew up a Tampa Bay Rays fan because I grew up in that area in Clearwater, Florida. And so I used to go to a lot of Rays games. And so one game I just saw people getting autographs on cards, and I was like, let's see, 2013. I was 9 or 10. My 9 or 10-year-old brain was like, I want cards to get autographs on. So I went to Target and bought 2 packs, and I've been hooked ever since. So it's evolved from there, but it all started in 2013.
I love it. And Kayla, I don't know if you can see this, but I just got this in the mail. I actually bought it a couple weeks ago on PWCC. It's a William Adames Orange Refractor 25 PSA 10 in the Rays jersey as well. He's your favorite player, isn't he?
One of them.
Or Austin
He's
Hayes
up
too,
there.
right?
Yeah, it's 1A, 1B.
There you go. I absolutely love it. Cool. So are those your two biggest personal collections also, or do you collect other things too?
I'd say those two are my biggest player PCs. But I also collect all Tampa teams. And then a little bit of like random stuff. Like I collect some US women's soccer, growing up watching them. And there's some odds and ends in my collection, but mainly it's Austin Hayes, Willie Adames, and then Tampa teams.
And speaking of U.S. Women's National Team, you watched the game the other night?
Yes, I did.
What's the review after the first game? How are you feeling?
It could have been better. To be completely honest, I think Sophia Smith did well, but I don't think she had the most well-rounded game of the bunch. I think probably Trinity Rodman and Emily Fox did. So we'll see how they clean different stuff up. I think there was a lot of improvement to be made.
Got you. What's your prediction for the Women's World Cup this year? Who's going to win?
I got to go US. I mean, I can't not say them. That'd be bad.
That would be bad. I agree. Julian, you got U.S. Women's also?
Yeah, I mean, like she said, a little bit of room for improvement, but I think there's a lot of young players, so there's a little bit of nerves going on, but hopefully it's a little better against Netherlands because it's going to be a lot harder than Vietnam, but I have faith.
Definitely. So, Kayla, you said back in like 2013 you started collecting about, and obviously now it's 2023. So, from your role in the hobby back then when you were getting cards signed and going to baseball games up until now, how has your role in the hobby in your eyes changed? Because, in the last couple of years you have gotten into content creation, and I know you switched your handle at one point, and I love the rebrand. I think it's really cool, and I love seeing post videos and stuff. So tell us a little bit about like your hobby journey from just starting collecting until now and what you do.
Yeah. So when I first started collecting, it was mainly just raise cards, like base cards of the players. And I still do that now, but obviously I have more funds than I did when I first started, or I also enjoy different things than when I first started. And so my collection has evolved for sure. And I'm now able to get cards that younger Kayla would be like astonished that I have. But then my role in the hobby has definitely changed over the past 2 years, I'd say. Probably since I won the giveaway with Jimmy, Kentucky Basketball Cards, and Santiago Sports. I think in my mind, my collecting journey is pre that and post that. Just because like I started showing my face more after that. I started posting more content, started sharing my voice more, put myself out there. And before that, I was just kind of like an everyday collector, like everybody else. Like I went to shows. And I think that experience also, I got to just talk to way more people than I had before, and it brought me out of my shell. So I think, I don't know, I'm terrible about talking about myself. So some people are like, it's so crazy the journey you've been on, this and that. But I think I'm still pretty much the same person.
I love it. That's the most
We
important
like
part,
that.
right? You gotta stay true to yourself and everything, even through the growth for yourself in the hobby. Tell us about the giveaway a little bit. Was that 2 years ago or last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, yeah. Tell us about that.
So Jimmy Kentucky Basketball Cards and Tyler Santiago of Santiago Sports put on a giveaway. This was the first year they did it. They also did it last year. But in 2021, they did a giveaway where they had an all expense paid trip to the National. And I got to take one person with me and also got $1,000 cash to spend at the show. And it was a video submission. So I had to basically, their prompt was just talk about who you'd want to bring to the National, who inspires you in the hobby, and why would you want to go to the National?
And your answer was?
So the video is still on my page if anyone wants to watch Kayla from 2 years ago talk about this. But I wanted to bring my dad. I got him back into the hobby, And I think the people I said that inspired me was Ricky Berman and VA Beach Cards, both for different reasons. And then the reason I wanted to go to the National was to just meet people that I've talked to online for so long. Because before that, I hadn't met like anybody like Card Collector 2. I hadn't met you guys. I hadn't met Jimmy in person, actually. And so I just wanted to experience what everyone talked about the National. Like, it's this big thing, and I could never like really afford to go. So I just shot my shot, and they took my video. So
I love it. And you fast forward until now, and I think just a month and a half ago, you were at Kentucky Roadshow ripping the first release day of Bowman Chromie basketball, hitting the KaylaCollects with Jimmy, right?
yeah, it was awesome. And I had actually known Jimmy's wife a little bit before I sent that video, because she did Women of Sports Cards before that. And so I actually talked to her and Holly, who's a wife of one of the other people who works in the shop. And so that experience is still just blows my mind. But now they're friends of mine, so it's cool to see how that relationship has grown.
Yeah, super awesome, super awesome. And Basketball Card Guy says Kayla's rocking it this past year, and Jordan says hi to Aaron, Julian, and Kayla. Well, Jordan, how are you doing? Also, Mouse Man Sports Cards is wondering how would you organize 30,000 cards? Man, that's too many cards. I'd drown. My head would explode, I think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be much of organization at that point.
Yeah, it would just be boxes stacked up in a room if that was my case. All right, so pivoting really quick from asking some questions, we'll get back to them here in a second. But I did want to talk about a couple of cards with you, of course, ending in tonight's auction. And the first one you told me you wanted to talk about was this Derek Jeter 1996 Select Certified Red Rookie. I have 90 PSA 9. So you're talking about collecting modern Rays cards. Why a Jeter right here?
So this is kind of like, this is the last stream or the last Sunday auction you guys are doing before the National, and Jeter will actually be at the National with Arena Club. So I thought that this card was super cool. It's a rookie and it's serial numbered, which players of this time frame don't really have many serial numbered rookie cards. And I'm the farthest from a Yankee fan you can get. Like, I can't stand the Yankees, but Jeter is Jeter, and you can respect his career. And I just thought this card had some cool eye appeal.
Yeah, definitely cool. And you know how people go nuts for those rare 90s cards. It's not, very easy to find, like you said, the serial number 90s cards. So
Yeah.
pretty awesome one there at 2,100 right now. Extended bidding starts in 2 minutes. So be sure if you do want to bid extended bidding, you start to look at some cards, as by 9:30, the first window will be closing. But you mentioned, the fact that the national giveaway happened in 2021. That must have been your first one then, I'm taking?
Yeah, that was my first one.
And then you were there last year?
Yes.
So tell me, differences between 2021 and 2022. Is there anything that stuck out to you and memorable between the two?
I'd say the experiences for me were vastly different. I think the first year I was mainly all focused on the cards, and like walking the entire show almost every single day, trying to build my inventory, trying to buy these grail cards. And I think last year it was mainly like more for the people than the cards last year for me, because I helped out with the Woman in the Hobby booth. And that experience was just awesome, seeing the next generation of female collectors, getting to meet so many other people, and all the different things that booth put on last year was great to be a part of. And I didn't walk the show floor that much last year, except on the first day I said hi to different people, had some cool conversations.
I think she froze. She freeze for you, Julian?
Yeah, she
Oh, she's back. She's back. Kayla, you're back.
Okay, where did I leave off?
You said you didn't walk the show floor because you were helping at the Julian. What's the last thing?
She was like meeting a bunch of people and talking.
Yeah, meeting a bunch of people. There we go.
Yeah. So I was helping at the Women's Hobby booth. I met a lot of people, and then I didn't walk the show floor much because I was at the booth. And so I think this year I'll try to find a healthy balance between the two.
Is there one thing last year that you all did at the Women in the Hobby booth that like stuck out to you, was like that was the best thing that we did?
I think having McCall Zerboni, the NWSL player, sign at our booth was pretty awesome. Just seeing a wide range of people try to come to the booth and get her autograph, and have appreciation for her being there, her being personable. That was a super cool experience.
So Aaron, I think we went to that. It was the Woman in the Hobby Q&A, right? That's what we went to at the National last year, right? Was that what we went to?
What Q&A? Where?
Like we went like after the show one of the days. It was at like I don't even remember where it was, but they had like a bunch of the women in the hobby, and they like asked questions and stuff. You remember that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Card Talk Live interview.
Yes.
Julian, I definitely wasn't there. I was probably doing.
No,
actually,
you were there. It was like they had like the wings. Remember this? It was like
You
outside.
were there, Aaron, I think.
You were
I
there.
remember this now. Yeah. I was there.
I thought for a second I was crazy. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was that.
No,
that was
it was the Card Talk thing. Thank you for reminding me. You're right. The wings. That reminded me. Food.
It's always the food with Aaron that the reminder.
Yeah, no, I do remember that. That was cool. I remember, Christina from Card Ladder was up there and stuff like that. Kayla, were you there?
I was there. I wasn't on the panel though.
Got you. Well, maybe are you gonna be any panels this year?
Not that I know of, but a lot of things have been happening last minute, so I will definitely keep you guys updated.
So I was gonna ask actually about that. I'm glad you shared about last year. What about this year? What's going on at the Women of the Hobby booth this year?
A lot of things actually. So I know I want to say Thursday or Friday, we have 2 NWSL players signing from the Chicago Red Stars. Their names are slipping my mind, but they do have Parkside cards for anyone interested in coming. And we also will have exclusive Parkside cards at the booth that are their cards. And then we also have a Parkside collab that's exclusive to the Women in the Hobby booth. I think the cards will be limited to like 5,000, if I want to say. And then Saturday, Mama Breaks and I are doing a kids pack war, which I'm super stoked about. That was super fun last year, and every kid goes home with something, which I thought was important because I don't want them to get discouraged from collecting and that they don't get to keep all the cards that they get, but they get to keep something. Like we usually go in tiers down. And then on Friday, after the show, Athletes Unlimited, Tops, and Women of the Hobby have partnered together to do a trade night of sorts, kind of. That's what they're calling it, at the Athletes Unlimited softball game. And I'm actually throwing out the first pitch, which is crazy. And I have to practice.
No pressure.
No pressure, right. I don't want to bounce it or sail it. As long as it goes somewhere in that sphere of the catcher, I am perfectly fine with that. So super excited for that. Tickets, I do have the link if anyone wants to go. And I think you can also buy tickets at the game. Don't quote me on that, but I think you can. And that is, I think the first game is at 7:30, and then the second game, I think, is at 9 that night. So there's 2 games that night. But that's the main couple things I'm involved in at the booth.
Super awesome. Well, can't wait to see you there for sure. And speaking of some baseball / softball, I gotta pull up this the Otani Heritage Auto that you said you emailed me. What are your thoughts on the Otani card? Why is it one of your top 3 ending in the auction? I love this card. I used to be trying to get this card, but now it's like obviously like almost 10 grand, and I won't be trying to get this card anymore.
Yeah, so there's a couple different things I like about this card. One is that Otani doesn't sign this autograph anymore. He shortened his signature a lot. And so to be this to me is his rookie card auto you would want to get. It's on card, like the eye appeal's there. And I personally like it more than his Topps Chrome auto. That may be a hot take. Personally, that's just my opinion on this. But then also I have a memory attached to this card. That's pretty funny. So in 2018, I was actually at a Philly show when this product launched. And I remember people ripping this product trying to get Otani because this was like right around when Otani was like hyped, but then before he went down after like injury and stuff like that. And so I just remember people going crazy for this card, and actually a guy at a booth like next to me when I was walking around pulled this card. And so it's just like a weird timing thing of having the memory of seeing this pulled at a Philly show in 2018 and Otani being the player he is now. And also the last auction before the National, will he get traded while we're at the National? I think there's a lot of different things surrounding Otani right now.
There could be some big pandemonium at that show if he gets traded to like a huge contender or something like that. Like I'm really excited to see what happens. What do you think is going to happen? Like if you had a prediction with Otani?
To be honest, I just don't want him to go to the Yankees. Like any other team, I'm kind of fine with, because I would love to see him go to the Rays. This is not going to happen because the Rays won't spend money on him. It's not going to happen. But they do have the farm system to make it happen. So if that happens, just know I'll probably be like screaming, running around the National, going crazy. I think Dodgers.
So the Dodgers could pull off the trade and probably guarantee him the contract after the trade too, which is why it's a likely situation. But I've heard people talk about the Rays because they actually can, farm system wise pull it off. And also the Orioles would be a super interesting scenario where, like, I know you wouldn't like that obviously because they'd probably be a runaway for AL East after that trade. But either way, I think it'd be really interesting to put him on one of the two AL East teams and see if they can win a World Series. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, and the Rays have never won a World Series. They've been to two, and they haven't won either. They lost to the Phillies and lost to the Dodgers. And I'd love to just see the Rays just like get a player like that. I don't think they probably will. I mean, Otani's a once in a generation player anyway, but like getting a superstar like that, the Rays never go after people like that. I think it would be insane. And I would have to get an Otani Rays jersey.
I mean, even if it is for like 2 months, I've heard people here in Milwaukee be like, just trade it all, trade away Churio, trade away Frelick, and make it happen. See if we can win a World Series, for the first time in our history. And like, honestly, if it were to guarantee a World Series, I'd do it. But that's the thing, he's gone after 2 months because we're not paying him, $600 million. Neither is the Rays. So that's a whole nother story. But we got a comment here from Real Music says, how much do you guys and Gail think that this is going to get? It's over $6,000 right now. Post buyers premium. The last PSA 10 did like, I think it was like $12,000 or something like that. And that was in June. So I'm sure this is going to go upwards of 10 for sure. It's crazy. Crazy.
I do have a question for you though.
Yeah.
If it guaranteed the Brewers going to the World Series but losing, would you do it?
No, because we've already lost a World Series. Because it's not worth giving up like the next 7 years of Jackson Churio, who's playing super well right now at 19, and like anyone else we'd have to give up to then lose in the World Series. It'd be absolutely electric to make it there because I haven't seen that in my lifetime. We were one game away, but the Dodgers beat us, and now Mama Breaks is in the house, and of course I think that she's a huge Dodgers fan. I'm pretty sure. So thanks for that. But good to see you here, Stephanie. No, I wouldn't do it though. Would you? I mean, you wouldn't for sure. You guys just made it like 2 years ago.
No, I wouldn't do it unless we win the World Series. And it's funny because I've been talking to Jimmy, Kentucky Basketball Cards, about this because I pulled an Otani. Well, I didn't pull the Otani, but I picked a box that an Otani auto was in when I was in Kentucky, and he gifted me the card. But if the Braves and the Rays meet up in the World Series, me and him are going to go to a game. And I think if Otani comes to the Rays, it's just like the cherry on top, even if we don't win. But I need to have the Rays win a World Series in my lifetime.
That's the same with me with the Brewers, and I'm not sure it's going to happen. But I thought my best chance was in 2018 when I was in college, and we got one game away. But one game away from making it, not winning it. And the Cardack says, I think he meant contract wise. I'm sure like he's going to get over 500 million, whatever it is, over 500 million, definitely. Somewhere in the range of 600. But it's gonna be crazy. It'll be the biggest contract ever, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure. All right, Kayla, I think the biggest thing going to the National is some people are going for the first time. If you're going for a second, third, fourth time, and even myself, like a seventh or eighth, like always tips and tricks from anyone. I love listening to him. What are some tips and tricks you have for the National? Like 3 of them or 2 of them if you got them.
Yeah. I'd say 1, just know you're going to get overwhelmed. Put that in the back of your mind already because everyone feels it. Even if you've gone a whole bunch of times, you still get overwhelmed. Chicago is just a huge space of continuous cards. It's any card you could ever want. So just know you're going to get overwhelmed. 2, I would say try to go with some sort of plan for yourself. And don't try to buy a card right away unless it's a super rare PC card or a card you think you won't find at any other booths. Because you can walk in there and find a card and be like, oh my gosh, I want to spend my money, and then walk 2 booths later and it's $20 less and you could have saved $20, and you can run out of money fast. Which I've seen people do. Luckily, my first National, I only spent, I want to say like $100 the first day on like a Mayhem auto. So I would tell myself, and I'm very thankful that I did. And also the last tip I would do would probably be just talk to people. Everyone's there for the same reason. Everyone loves cards. If they don't, they're in the wrong place. They might just be paid to be there. But I would say just talk to people. Everyone, and even if you don't get anything out of the conversation short term, it might make the day of the person you're talking to, or it might make your day. You might make a connection. There's still people that I met at trade nights, my first National, that I still talk to today. So I'd say just get out of your shell. It's a perfect place to try and meet people. Try to even using cards as a vehicle to conversation is the way to go.
I 100% agree. That's very true. And Mama Break says, Kayla, what are you most excited for this week?
I gotta say my first pitch. I'm also super nervous for it, but it's my first pitch I've ever thrown. Well, no, I played softball, but like my first ceremonial pitch I've ever thrown, if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm most excited for.
Love it. And Mama Break says best conversations happen on the floor of hotels while trading, right, Kayla? And that's actually where I met Stephanie for the first time, was in Atlantic City in a hotel trade night between the hotels. I think you were probably there too, Kayla, is a likely situation. But I
Yeah.
remember meeting Stephanie there, so that's super cool.
Yeah. Last national, I talked to Stephanie probably like an hour on the hotel floor of the trade night. So that's what she's referencing.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is true. I mean, Julian, some of the best action was going down in those just random pop up between the different hotels, right?
Yeah, I mean, we would try and like walk to get food, and there was just like people on the ground, and I was like, forget the food. Let's just look at the cards. Honestly.
Yeah, I remember Julian landed me a nice Keandre Miller last year there. I know Julian made a couple deals, some F1 cards there. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
like the floor of hotels like the week of the national has some like even crazier stuff than I've seen at like bigger shows, which is hilarious because like usually like when you're on the floor, you've got like $5 to $10 cards and there's like cool PC stuff, but I was like, there's some expensive stuff just laying on this carpet.
Yeah. It's
100.
crazy. And I heard this year that they're trying to like wrangle it in. Like they're like hotels have talked to the national and they're trying not to let it happen, which would be a shame. And I'm sure that people will figure out some sort of way to do it anyway. But I think there's not going to be anything like the packed hotel in 2021 at the Chicago National. That was insane.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some pictures of some hotels that look like they're a little bit over capacity. But we'll see what happens this year. I have heard a little bit too of some rumblings, Kayla, about like trying to, contain the trade nights or not let the big ones happen, like just out of the blue and stuff. So who knows what will happen? We'll have to find out when we get there, I'm sure. But I need to ask you another question before we show your last card. So I asked this question on Threads the other day. I'm pretty sure you responded to it, but I want to hear the response again here for everyone watching live and on podcast. If you could rip packs with one athlete, who would it be and why?
So for me, it'd be Manny Machado. And I know he's controversial now, but I started opening packs in 2013. I got into the hobby in 2013. And the product that got me into the hobby was 2013 Top Series 1 Baseball. Because when I mentioned earlier that I went to Target and bought packs, I bought 2 packs of 2013 Top Series 1 Baseball and pulled a Manny Machado rookie card, which at the time was my favorite non-Rays player. And that's what my collection evolved from. And I still have that card. So it would just be awesome to rip that product with him, knowing what that meant to younger Kayla, that's how I got into the hobby, and have him sign that card and maybe say like keep collecting or something like that. That would just be beyond cool. And Manny Machado probably is like not as well liked as he used to be, which I completely understand. If you're against Manny Machado, I get it. Like I understand that point very clearly. But to me, that would just be super cool.
Yeah, ever since he stepped in the lane of Jesus Aguilar, I haven't been the biggest fan in the world, but he's a good player and everything like that. I like your answer for that because I have a specific card too that like really jolted me into the hobby. Back in 2008, I was opening Topps football, hit a Matt Ryan no helmet short print, which are super rare out of 2008 Topps football. Had no idea really what it was at the time, but like that's a card I always point to. I'm like, that's the card that really got me into it. And funny enough, like I'd probably choose one of my favorite athletes now to rip with, but like it would be kind of funny, like rip 2008 Topps football with Matt Ryan, like the card that does kind of start it all with. So that's a cool answer. Julian, what's your answer?
I mean, I could go with the like someone like some crazy athlete that I've always wanted to meet, but I feel like doing like an Antoine Griezmann, who like someone who's like super into cards, but also like a big sports fan. I feel like his passion for the hobbies pretty crazy. So I feel like that'd be sick. Just opening some soccer packs together. It'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be dope for sure. And speaking of soccer, perfect segue into the last card that Kayla want to talk about here. 2017 Select Kaboom Messi PSA 10s at 3,200. Tell us about this one.
So it's Messi's first Kaboom, and it's in his Argentina kit, which personally I think if you're gonna want to talk about like a universal wanted card, it's gonna be of a player in a national kit because not everyone's a FC Barcelona fan, not everyone's a PSG fan, but I think everyone can respect Messi winning the World Cup for Argentina last year, and him recently scoring for his Miami debut during the U.S. Women's National Team game. So I'm sad I missed it. I clicked on my phone right after the game, and then it was like Messi wins the game for Miami, which was insane. But I think this card is just I think it's probably one of Messi's best cards outside of an auto, I would say, in my opinion. And it's a 10. I don't think you can get much better than this card.
Yes, it's very, very nice. I gotta say, these cards are insanely hard to pull off 2017 Select. I think at one point I opened like 40 different hanger boxes of Select. No kabooms of them. And I think that's like it directly says on the outside of the box, like, look for kabooms. I'm like, yeah, I did, but got nothing. So no, it's an awesome card. And yeah, that goal is crazy. I mean, obviously it's not in Europe anymore, but still like pretty electric stuff.
For sure.
All right, Kayla, last thing here. Just any piece of advice that you give to other collectors. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but what's one piece of advice you got for collectors out there?
I'd say my universal point of advice, depending on the person, would be collect what you like. And for me, that means collecting what you like, even if it went to zero, which is what I do with Austin Hayes and Willie Adames, because I've gotten to know both of them. So it's like if cards become zero, I would still want them and I would still appreciate them and I would still have memories attached to them, which I think that's why it's cool hearing different stories of why people collect certain things. And I think that's why everyone in the hobby needs a PC, because it keeps you grounded, because cards can go up and down and fluctuate and it can get stressful of maybe I'm losing $100 on this card, maybe I'm losing $1,000 on this card. But if you have cards that you're going to keep regardless of value, and there's something you truly appreciate and you have a story attached to them, then you can't go wrong with them.
I love it. That's a great response. Honestly, I don't know if it can get much better than that. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. What would your guys' piece of advice be?
Julie, you go first.
Oh, geez, on the spot. I'd say kind of along the same lines. I'd say like first and foremost, have fun, right? Like obviously there's money aspect to it, but like if you're in like you Kayla mentioned for like at the national, if you're in it like solely for the money and not for like any passion, you're probably not in the right place. Yeah, so I'd say have fun and just like make as many connections as possible, because almost everybody I meet at the national is super friendly and I could talk to for an hour. So I mean, it's just a great space. So have fun and just talk it up with people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to actually something that Kayla said earlier in the show, which was be willing to do things that pull you out of your comfort zone. I'd say back, years and years back, I was not like super outgoing. It's just a lot of different people and stuff, but cards has definitely put me in that spot to where I'm extremely outgoing in many different ways now in life. And if you're willing to, jump in and do something you wouldn't normally do, you never know where it's going to lead. And I'm sure that's the same way that happened with you, Kayla, and you've, unlocked a lot of different things you can do now because of that. It's the same with me. And even with Julian, I mean, you just kind of reached out to me on the blue one day 2.5 years ago, and here you are. So like, I think that there's one thing, it's like be willing to do things you might not normally do, and you'll be surprised at where it takes you. So yeah, great advice, Kayla. I just kind of took it and reshared it.
Yeah, I would piggyback off that a little bit, because I think over the past year, like a year ago, I changed from Card Collector 8117 to KaylaCollects. It's crazy that it's only been a year because it feels so much longer. But I think really like that was a huge point of like exposure for me, because I was like, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't really know like how this is going to turn out. Do people really want to know who I am? Like, do they want the stories behind my collection? And I had friends in the hobby at the National last year encourage me to do it. I think, Aaron, you actually mentioned it too. You're like, I don't know if you really want to just be Card Collector 117 anymore. You might want to make it more personal. And there was a handful of other people that encouraged me to do it also. And it definitely was out of my comfort zone. But I've had so many opportunities come because of it, and a lot more to come at the National this year. And so I would ditto what Aaron said and just go out of your comfort zone. Everyone's going to be a little uncomfortable at times too. So just like everyone's in the same boat.
I'll reinforce your decision. That was a great decision to switch the name. I always remember just seeing like Card Collector and I'm like, oh, it's Kayla, but there's some random numbers after. But now it's like there's a very easy way to relate with who you are. And I think that's been amazing for you. I can't wait to see what else you do, this year, the National going forward too. And I just appreciate you coming on the show and giving up your time tonight on Sunday. I know it's busy with the National coming up, but I really appreciate it. I know that the Card Addict appreciates it. And Wesley says Kayla is our dream wife for many of us. Just saying, look at that, Kayla in the cards, and very, very good head on the shoulders. So Kayla, thank you so much for coming to the show. I appreciate it, and have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you at the National.
See you at the National.
See you at the National.
See ya. All right, Julian, what a guest, right?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, she's got a ton of valuable insight and great. I mean, I remember her at the National last year. She's got so much passion and positivity for the hobby. So should be fun. Should be fun this week.
I mean, look at when she left, a few viewers dropped out. That's how important she is. And honestly, I mean,
they're stuck with us.
I might just have to go and see if she wants to replace you.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame you.
Just joking. No, yeah, she was really awesome. I can't wait to see her at the National. She does a great job in the hobby and working with women in the hobby. And if you are at the National, be sure to check out their booth and talk to her. She's super awesome and obviously, as you all could tell. So, all right, time to jump into the cards because we are now 9 minutes away from extended bidding starting. Julian, I gotta ask you, we might not be able to cover them in depth, but what are your selections for the week?
Okay, I'll just do two because we're kind of tight on time. The first one is Alexander Madison. There's a
I know what you're talking about.
Stars and Stripes National Treasures card, which I mean, I'm a sucker for the Stars and Stripes. They're super sick card. But obviously Dalvin Cook gone, so he's gonna have a very big role coming up. If I was someone to buy this card, I'd probably buy it, grade it, and hold it for a little bit, unless there was a really good deal come along. I think with the football season, he's obviously going to have a ton of production, and he's proven that he can be the lead back when Dalvin Cook was injured. I just think super sick patch, super sick card, and a player with a ton of potential.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that one right away when looking through the auctions at 230 right now. Obviously, people are excited about what's to come for him and the Vikings. So we'll see what it ends at tonight. But that's a pretty nasty one. Huge Packers fan, obviously, but it's a sick patch.
Yeah. Two comments real quick. Jordan, any big events in sports card coming up soon? I don't know. It's nothing too big.
Nothing at all. What's the next one?
And then Crollo, nobody replaces Julian's senior intern. Yeah, that's me. Second one is a Ryan Gravenberch Obsidian Red Pulsar.
There we are.
It's only at $82. Considering the amount of money this card was at and the hype behind him before his move to Bayern, I think it can only go up from here. He didn't play a ton this past year. I mean, he played a decent amount and didn't put up very many stats, but the guy's only 21. I think if he doesn't play a ton for Bayern, he's going to move somewhere else. And I know there's rumors about him going to Liverpool because with Jordan Henderson leaving, and I think Fabinho might be leaving too. I just think that he's very talented, and people are kind of judging him too early just because he moved to such a big team with a packed midfield. But I love the Obsidians. Red Pulsar is great, and I mean it seems a little cheap for me, so I would pick it up and hold it. And there's a ton of upside and just a little bit of downside just because it's so cheap.
So good point to buy if you are confident for sure.
Yeah, obviously that is my personal take. I would not say this is a great buy, but I could see the upside there just because
you're saying for yourself it could make sense.
Yes.
There's some pretty sick Dynasty F1 cards in tonight's auction. Specifically, that's Fernando Alonso with the Spanish flag patch. A little worn there. It looks like pretty nasty. Numbered out of 2. It's at 1,050 right now if anyone's after that. Just to show you how crazy Otani's market is. This is a second year PSA 10 gold wave out of 50. That's at $900. This is ludicrous is what this is right here. $900 for a second year PSA 10 gold wave. That just shows how insane he is. And Kayla says, what's up, Chad? Appreciate all the kind words. See you at the National. See you there. Thank you so much for your time. That was awesome. So that's crazy. There's a couple of Eminence football and basketball cards in the auction. You got this Dak Prescott 1-of-1 there, which is, to pull a 1-of-1 of Eminence and maybe get under $1,500 is kind of tough. Prague's $20,000.
Just a little tough.
Just a little tough. There's a LaMelo Ball, 1-of-1, immaculate, super sick Mike Trout patch auto right there from 2016, Topps Tier 1. It's a really nice card. There's some Wanders in there. Always love looking at some Wander Francos. Just grabbed one a couple of weeks ago, obviously, on here. The Gilded, which I just got to bring to the National. So, yeah, those are already a little bit up. There's a really cool Pete Sampras Transcendent autos. Has got to be one of his best modern cards ever made. Transcendent gold frame on 5 for those tennis fans out there. These Otanis, man, they honestly hurt looking at these. I cannot tell you the amount of Transcendent. These are the Japan Transcendent rookies of Otani that have sold through this auction in the last 2 years, and I never won any of them. There had to have been ones that ended for like $100 that I passed on, or at least I lost. I remember bidding on some specifically. Just tough scene all around for AA round right there.
Quick comment. We got Real Music. Is it time to start buying Oscar Piastri after today's race? I mean, I'm biased. I think he's the real deal.
I think he's the real deal. I think it'd be intriguing to see if they keep it up through the rest of the year. But even if I don't think they're like up a crazy amount since the start of the season. So I don't really know if it could be considered a bad buy at the moment,
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think the McLaren's going to keep it up?
I really hope so. I mean, that's why I was waiting until a couple races, just because what we've all seen one race where a car is just crazy good and then the next it falls off. But it's giving me hope because they've been arguably the second best car the past 2 races. Obviously the drivers have been really good, but fingers crossed. McLaren's making moves in the whole restructuring of the organization. I'm hoping, and I'm hoping they didn't go over the budget like some rumors are saying. And if McLaren did, just give them a slap on the wrist, just like Red Bull. Nothing, just like pennies.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I gotta say, Aston Martin started the season so hot, and
there's examples like that where it's like I could very well see McLaren's car just like go downhill real fast. But I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
Definitely. Make sure to keep track of that, chat, as I'm kind of flying through this auction right now looking. And also, I think there's an LED De La Cruz base card at $105 right now. I don't, unless that's some variation I don't know about, but super crazy.
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. I'd say they probably. I think they have the second best car right at this moment, but take that with a grain of salt because every race the cars kind of shift positions. But
and it also depends on what the track is like too.
Yeah, for sure.
The track can be different for different cars based on, how many straights there are versus corners and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cardboard collaborative. If they go over budget, nothing really happens, so spend it all. This is what I've been saying. Since Red Bull's punishment came down, honestly, I would just spend like as much money as possible and just be like, hey, they went over last year and they literally didn't get anything. So
seriously.
Do you see this nasty Saquon Barkley Penn State card?
No.
I mean, obviously we don't like Penn State, but like
yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking at Penn State stuff unless you're being a traitor right now.
No, I could never.
Can't turn to Vincent.
Yeah, no, we ain't a bum like Vincent. No.
Absolutely not. For anyone that just wants a Papadasha to have a Papadasha from the first year of Champions League Sapphire, there's literally a rookie keeper that is at $46. So have at it if you want.
You know what team he's on now?
I don't know. You should do a little bit of research for me if you can. I mean, it's going to end here pretty soon, but
yeah, I'll look it up.
I figure just look it up. Lunev, I think it is his name. It's a rookie. And also, don't forget, if you do win stuff as time goes on tonight, be sure to drop in the chat, what you're picking up. If you want to share, you don't have to share, obviously, but we'd love to hear any winnings that y'all have.
He's a free agent. Last played for Bayern Leverkusen.
Well, could explain some of the pricing, maybe.
Yeah, he's 31, so what his rookie card was probably when he was like 28, 27. What year was it?
2019.
Yeah. Crazy.
couple cards I'm looking at here, tossing some bids on. I really want this Star Wars concept art card, bro. This thing is so sick.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know that like the new Star Wars are what they are, but like you can't deny that like Kylo Ren's lightsaber is just awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I need to make sure that I stay attuned and get a giveaway this week for sure. So
Oh yeah, we're doing two giveaways.
well, we did give something away last week.
Oh,
but
did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. Just not through the vault necessarily, but it depends on I guess what's out there. I'm gonna go check out for the giveaway here pretty soon. I just want to check in on a couple of the bids I made quick.
Nice. All right, people in the chat, let us know how many of you guys are going to the National. Make sure to swing by our booth. What number are we?
You don't remember?
You're the boss for a reason.
We're 579 and 696. I almost said the wrong one there.
Yeah, those numbers. Come visit us. Let us know if you're gonna hit up the National and how excited everybody is.
Yeah, please let us know if you're gonna be there. Would love to see you.
I actually know that hockey player, the goalie.
Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder how many of the hockey guys you do know. Well, there's one of them. Gosh, that Otani transcendence at 470. Dang.
Scott says I'll be there. Looking forward to saying hi. Jordan, I'm considering going. Well, Jordan, hopefully we see you there if you want to pop by the booth.
If you do decide to pull the trigger on the trip, do not leave without saying hi to me. Otherwise, I will be mad.
Yeah. And then Crollo, Julian, are you breaking live at the National? I mean, we were supposed to be keeping that under wraps, so like, don't spread that because like, it's supposed to be a big surprise.
If we could break at the National, we would, but you know how that goes with how certain booths do certain things.
Yes.
There's a
Crollo's the biggest hype man for me, bro. I love Crollo.
He is also. Speaking of hype, Anthony Richardson Select XRC.
My goodness.
$4,800 on the Select Gold XRC auto of Anthony Richardson. Do you think he will be good enough to warrant that price, or is this just a straight up like he has no Colts cards available right now? Let's get the best thing that's on the market.
Yeah, it's got to be. There's not a ton of Colts cards. That's a ridiculous. Like even if he plays well, that like the price is either going to be around that or like a lot lower. Like I don't understand. Like even if he does well, there's just the hype. Just like some of the cards go crazy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited about Richardson and Jonathan Taylor and the Pittman and Josh Downs, I think his name is, but that's a large number. $5,000 plus on that card.
Like realistically, all of his other cards come out, and like you see like an XRC. Like, are you gonna buy that, or are you gonna buy a nicer like Prism card?
Well, to be honest, the XRCs are nice. Don't get me wrong. The price just seems ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, hot take. Crollo says Anthony Richardson equals Baker Mayfield.
That's a very hot take.
Hot take.
That's a super hot take. Don't get me wrong. I love Christian Watson for what he's going to do this year, hopefully. But there is a little bit of a questionable play right here. Camo, I know it's number out of 15, but I mean, there's a lot of different Prism parallels. Camo out of 15 for 200, or Devonta Adams, Immaculate Patch Auto for 165.
I mean, Devontae's got the best quarterback in the league throwing to him, so.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Come on now. 2,000 yards receiving easy.
Also, I'm not saying that the Devontae shouldn't be bought. I'm saying that I'm a Packer fan, and it's ridiculous that Christian Watson out of 15 is more than this Devonta Adams patch auto. Unless you would rather have the Christian Watson.
I'm staying away from Packers players right now. I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
I don't know about that. That Jordan Love. I hope he proves me wrong, but I just keep running through my head with those college stats the year he was drafted, which is not reassuring at all. But you never know. Things can happen.
You just gotta go to that the year before his last year.
Yeah, and he's sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, so you never know. He might come out and
he might pop off. You just hate enough, and he might prove you completely wrong.
I hope he does. I mean, I'm rooting for the guy because I know everybody's kind of doubting him.
Crollo says first round QBs have a 50% of signing a second contract with the team that drafted them. Well, that's not that great of a hit rate.
Yeah. And also, his second contract would probably be after the season because what he's been there for like three
No,
years.
I think he's talking about Anthony Richardson. Well, maybe he's not. Did that comment just come in?
Oh,
Because Love already got an extension.
okay, yeah, okay. That probably makes
They
sense.
didn't pick up his option. They gave him an extension that basically means if like they could cut him, I think, and lose less money, but he can make more money by playing well this year and sticking on the roster. I'm pretty sure that's how it was going to go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
a dollar bill.
50%. That is not very reassuring.
No, not at all. Let's see here.
What else are we buying?
I'm trying to find a giveaway right now. Some oldies down here. Some old cards. We got some. I think there's a winning there from one of our attendees.
Knick-knack, first one of the night, picked up an Anthony Davis Elite Inscriptions rookie auto.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, that's so sick. Ultra Thunderclap. Look at this card, Julian.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Might need to get it for the giveaway.
Crollo, yeah. For all the Burrows and Herberts, there are the Rosens. Rosens and Wentz. Wow, he threw Wentz in there too.
Wow, and Wentz was even on track to win MVP at one point. Or wait, did he win?
Seems so long ago.
He was on track to do it. I can't remember.
He was, yeah. I think yeah.
He was very close. They got hurt, and then obviously Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. I can't remember if he actually did win that MVP or not.
He actually, he might have.
Do me a quick Google search on this.
Yes.
Figure it out. Also, I think 2023 is the year of the resurgence of both Cody Bellinger and Christian Yelich. Neither of them can play bad when the other is playing good. They have to be either both be absolutely terrible or both be absolutely smacking. And that's what they both are doing this year. Bellinger even a little bit better than Yelich, I think, possibly, which is crazy.
Google says he finished third.
Yeah, I think he got hurt, and then he just dropped down the rankings quite soon after that. Jordan. Spectre Christian Watson, 1 of 1, pass on the Spectre 1 of 1s. I'm not a crazy fan of the Spectre 1 of 1s.
I know Jordan's gonna have a couple Justin Fields cards at the National.
He's got like the downtown gold vinyl or something like
just
that.
A couple smaller cards.
He's totally going all in on this.
Playing to the Bears fans' weakness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that the hype is all on Justin Fields, and he's just trying to play right into it and get him to move it at the National.
Yeah,
Jordan. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it. I was
gonna say, Jordan, tell me about how your confidence meter from 0 to 10 about your Justin Fields gold vinyl downtown PSA 10 at the National. Super confident.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, you don't necessarily even have to be that confident because he's playing to the market if he's not, because like I'd buy like a nicer Justin Fields card and just be like, I'm going to sell this at the National knowing that there's going to be a ton of Bears fans.
Right.
Wesley Collects cards says 1993 Super Bowl. Okay. I don't even know what number that is. Full ticket gold with Emmitt Smith auto PSA 10.
That sounds pretty sick. I think it's an actual ticket. But
yeah. Definitely. Oh, Jordan, very specific. A 7.41. I'm assuming that's out of 10.
Isn't that 27, Julian, the Roman numerals?
Huh?
Isn't the Roman numerals 27? You're like, I don't even know what that is.
You think I know that? The Star Wars movies with the Roman numerals, I get them mixed up in order.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
I don't know. They didn't teach you that in school?
No. I mean, you're a little bit older than me. You know, back when you were like riding horses to class and everything. Like, they don't do that anymore.
Jordan is saying, I'd move it there, but still a desirable card after the National. Disagree. Jordan, I'm not saying it's not going to be a desirable card after the National. I just wouldn't probably want to be holding a card that might be that high risk in like multiple weeks into the season. Yes, it could, I guess, go super, super well, and you could come out in a big way on top. But at the same time, I just think that there is quite a bit of risk there with the Bears. And I know Big John's disagreeing, saying Bears winning it all, but I just think there is some risk there. Julian, what's your honest opinion on the Bears this season? Are they going to even finish second in the division, third division, or are they going to be fourth, dead last?
I think best is second, but realistically, I think they're going to finish third or last.
Yeah.
I've seen too many seasons of the Bears doing a little bit during the offseason. While I have been impressed with like some of the moves they've been making better than in years past, I mean, I'm one of Justin Fields' biggest haters. I just don't think he's a good quarterback whatsoever. And I said that when he was drafted too, just when they traded up for him. I think they're gonna have to look for a different quarterback after this year. And yeah, I think if they do have show potential, it's too quick of a turnaround for them to just go from like a struggling team to contending in the division. But you never know. I know my Bears friends would be very happy, and I would never hear the end of it if they do well.
Yeah, I think that Big John would come into here every single week if the Bears are on track to like win the division or something like that, and let me know. And yeah, it is true, Jordan. You still have Burbank and Dallas, and we will see you in Burbank, Jordan, quite quickly after the national. SCP got the raw Sebastian Aho, SP Authentic rookie auto. Nice buy there. Aho's a nice player for the Hurricanes. There's Michael Harris. If anyone's into red Bowman Chrome autos of big players and big cards, 2020 is at $5,000 right now.
He's got to be a really good player, right?
Yeah, Michael Harris is good for the Braves. His rookies actually are coming out this year right now in the top products, which is just crazy how many good players there are. He's 22. Julian, this is one of the players that got signed to like the 8-year agreement.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he got signed to an 8-year, $72 million deal with team options in 31 and 32. So he basically locked himself in for the next decade on the Braves on a like super small deal. Like 8 years, 72 million for a player that is like him is, you know, if he keeps kind of progressing through his career, he's only 22 right now. That's nuts.
Yeah.
But $5,000 is a lot, honestly. Like, that's a lot for this.
Yeah. The Card Addict won 2017 Select Field Level Tie-Dye Prism Rob Gronkowski out of 25 PSA 10 that I found with the Daily Slab. Shout out Daily Slab.
Hey, love it.
Yeah, that was a super sick card. I mean, I love the tie-dyes as well. I saw that one. Nick Knack, another one. Josh Giddey, Contenders rookie ticket out of 99. I love me some Josh Giddey. He's legend on and off the court.
I'm excited for that Thunder team this year, definitely. You know,
to
get Chet healthy and to see what Shea's going to do with those other young guys around him will be really fun. Jordan says, looking forward to it. Aaron, will the whole Slapstocks team be at Burbank? It'll be Julian and myself in Burbank at the end of August. Super excited for that. It's actually at the Anaheim Convention Center, which is where that really huge national was held in 2000. And I heard that this last held at that convention center in 2006.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We might be hitting up some other spots, won't we, Aaron?
We might be. I mean, we will be doing Burbank Card Show, to be determined on the rest of it. But I mean, Burbank Card Shop. Did I say show? I meant shop.
Yes.
I hope we get this thunderclap to give away.
That's such a great name.
I know.
Just Jordan won a Trout Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor.
What?
Just 9.5.
That's a mega card there, Jordan. I saw that one tonight. That thing was nasty.
Jordan just casually dropping that in the chat. Hey, I just picked this up.
It's like, hey guys, I just won this $20 card, and Jordan's like, hey guys, I just won this Mike Trout Gold Refractor out of 50. Super sick card, Jordan. Congrats. Nasty.
He's also asking, is the Rice Montana Young 101 on card or sticker? I can't tell.
I'm sure sticker. The triple threads, triple autos are generally always sticker. Also, did the card already end? I take it. Did you win it?
No, it's still going. 2013 Topps triple threads. I only know that because I had it marked. And because it's a sick card.
I accidentally had only baseball mark there. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, it looks like it's sticker, I think.
Oh, that's probably why I was only seeing a very few of my cards I could bid on for a giveaway. I realized I clicked baseball only on accident. What scrub?
Peg Junk, what's up? What's up, Slapstock homies? What's up?
What's up, Peg Junk? Come on. Come on.
Jordan, good luck if you're going after this triple threads. I might steal it from you at the National, but hope you get it.
Let's go. I think we got the thunderclap for the giveaway. The card is so nasty.
Thunderclip.
It's pretty much like they got the electrifying and then the scoring kings for basketball.
Yeah.
It's a pretty like a mix almost of the two of them, but it's nasty. $21
Yeah, it's a sweet card.
for sure.
Predictions. Do we think next weekend's auction there's not going to be a scary Pikachu going?
You afraid of those scary Pikachus?
They're following me everywhere.
It's hilarious. Make sure to stick around until the end of the show so you can be eligible to win the sick Ken Griffey Jr. card. We will give that away at the towards the end of the show. And there is a 1-of-1. Jordan, that's its sticker for show. For show sticker. Sick card though. Nasty patches.
Very sick.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Adam 1997 Masters badge PSA 9 Tigers first major. Sounds like a very cool card.
That's pretty sick. That might be even a slab like pass into the event, Julian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So sick though. Trevor Lawrence out of 3 here from Eminence is at $2,300.
Yeah. I remember I looked this one up. There was like another out of 3, but it had like a crazy patch. I think it's
Yeah, like the Jags, part of the Jag.
Yeah, 4, 5, I want to say.
Yeah, 4,500. The problem is that the Eminence cards, they just don't really pull the value of the product. Hey, look at that. Liam Lawson. You think he's going to be in an AlphaTauri next year?
I don't know. I would have said yes, but I mean, I love Daniel Ricciardo and that he's coming back, but I would have thought that he should have the priority for a seat like that. But
it is mid-season though. Like,
yeah, so I hope so. I mean, I think he's a very solid driver. I didn't even know there was a Liam Lawson auto going in this.
And don't forget, like they're probably giving Ricciardo a fair shot at trial with Perez kind of being questionable.
Yeah,
so you might as well give him half a season when like to throw a rookie in there and just be like, hey, good luck. Halfway into the season would be difficult versus like letting Perez or Ricciardo like letting him feel out to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I know that.
You go for it.
No. I'm just about to switch subjects. You go.
Okay. Well, Scott said I wanted Justin Fields' Illusions patch. I'd imagine worth more than the Fields cards Jordan has. I'd imagine that too. You know that those Illusions cards bring the money.
I did win the concept art Kylo Ren card, numbered out 250. It's so sick.
Yeah,
that's just a sick card.
That's a sick card.
Yeah,
his lightsaber's just.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
And then actually a Diana Taurasi 2005 Rittenhouse auto for under $100. Figure throwing a bid, why not? Maybe get graded or something.
Deal.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There might be a couple things with the corners, but either way, I mean, under $100 on card auto of one of the greatest women's basketball players of all time seems like a pretty good buy to me.
I agree. McNack says he's tearing it up in the Japanese race tour he's on. I didn't even know that. There's so many different, like, I'll look at like bios, like Wikipedia bios when I'm like looking at racers. And there's just like so many different, like before going to Formula 1, different things you can do. It's kind of crazy.
There is so many different things. Like there's so many different, obviously like Formula E is a thing now too. And I heard that Liam was in that like Japan tour. I have no idea, Jordan, what that even means.
He said because Scott said he bought the Illusions card and it's better than any Justin Fields card that Jordan had. So Jordan's agreeing that Illusions is better.
Got you. I'm totally lost. I wasn't paying attention earlier. This Pele was at like $3,000 like 20 minutes ago. It's at $6,000 now after buyer's premium. It is a super nice early year on card auto. So like expectations always for this to sell for a lot. I know Jordan, you like your Pele autos. Not sure if this one's one for you, but
can't go wrong with legend like that.
No, it's an awesome card. Yeah, Wesley, it's a super good auction this week. There's a lot of really cool different things in here. And also, I don't know if anyone saw this, but there's a 2017 Leaf Pearl Shohei Otani auto. This is right after he signed to the Angels. I guess that was maybe just made in 2017. I think it's right after he got signed to the Angels. It looks like it's like an airbrushed out jersey or whatever from his like photo shoot day or signing day. It's a 1525. I mean, I would have no interest to get this card with it being non-licensed and such in Leaf, but interesting just to see a different Otani auto from pre-2018. Obviously, there's a lot of the Japanese Otani cards from 2013 and such. And I can't believe Christian Watson's still going. It's at $460. That's nuts. I just can't get down with the random patches that are definitely not associated with so that now it just says that's not associated with any game or event. I remember that there was times when you look at LaMelo Ball patches and it literally would say not associated with any specific player. Like it doesn't even associate with LaMelo Ball.
Like one of his teammates might have accidentally worn it and they just threw it in the card.
Yeah, or they went shopping at the nice local Walmart and grabbed it.
Little Dick's Sporting Goods pick up a jersey.
For sure. And speaking of not the opposite spectrum, this is a dirty logo man patch here. Pedro Martinez. I can't believe how thick this slab is on this one. But anyone's a huge Pedro Martinez fan, one of the best pitchers of all time. Logo man, 1 of 1. PSA 7's at $480. It's a sick card. Sick card. That Anthony Richardson ended up selling for $5,760. I mean, literally, Julian, you could get the on-card flawless Trevor Lawrence auto twice over that we bought last week for the Kesem kids.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, there's a few cards I'd probably buy that would make up that amount of money.
Just a few. Just a
few.
Nick Neck says LaMelo might have sneezed on it. Yeah. Looks like the SCP-7 got Tony Bell, Pop Star, cameos, PSA 10, Rod Stewart. And said, glad you did this Daily Slab non-sports card link. Well, thank you for reading the Daily Slab and for looking through the auction as well. And dude, I didn't notice this. Look at this auto. Like half of it's gone.
Is that even like on card?
It is on card. It is like
looks like it's like. Is that like a smear mark?
It either looks like it's like smeared or just like I don't know what happened.
The pen only decided to work on the bottom.
I mean, that's like physically impossible. Like it, like from like at the time he signed it, like something had to have happened to it.
Yeah,
something definitely had to have happened to it.
Yeah, for sure.
We are 1 minute and 45 seconds away from hitting the 9:55 closing window, which means that we're just one window away then from the last window or the 1 minute windows, I should say. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I got the giveaway. I'm not worried about it. I was about to say, I got that King Griffey Jr. already.
Thunderclap, right? That's what it's called. Thunderclap.
Jordan, are you saying why would you grade that Herbert auto, or what would you grade that Herbert? Oh, I see. The card didn't have an auto grade. I mean, I don't know, like a 6, 7, 6 or 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5 or 6.
It's got to be pretty bad to get under an 8 on the auto grade. Like, it has to be pretty atrocious.
Aaron, you know what you do then? You take the card, get a blue Sharpie, just a little connect the.
You're basically trying to say you do what you did happen with the Soto Superfractor?
Yeah, right? They'll never catch it. Never.
Nah, I mean, literally all you got to do is just wipe off the side of a like $500,000 card and call it a day.
Yeah.
Literally one of the most questionable, I will stand by this, and that's one of the most questionable things I've ever seen of all time was wiping the edge of an auto. It hits the edge of a Superfractor 1 of 1 of Soto.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. No sense at all.
What are the odds the person who did that also just like sees everybody blowing up that like that happened and he's just like, oops, that was me.
Yeah. Like watching the phone like all these different times that starts to recirculate.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where we get to be that there's too many variations out there. When you have to have a like black and white variation that then you make the black fine at 1 of 1, like I don't know. I mean, I get that the black fine 1 of 1s are rare and popular and such, but like that's just a random variation.
Because like what? There's probably like the black finite. There's just a plain black. There's probably like.
Well, they don't do the plain blacks in football.
Oh, really?
No, but in the end, like there doesn't need to be a black and white variation of the same exact card, and then all the same. Like I could see a black and white
Oh,
variation.
I didn't even realize. You were saying black and white, and I was like, "What?" And the like,
No,
it's actually okay. That's I don't like that.
legitimately, he's black and white. So what they did was they made like the black and white variation, where like they then made all the parallels, I think, for the black and white variation.
Yeah, not a fan. I didn't catch that.
What's up, Ben? Good to see you. Yeah, BGS 9-6 auto pop one.
Sports card professor could not get Olivia Dunn auto during Bowman /Sox breaks,
that would be because she's not a basketball player.
but got 2022 Leaf Pop Century influencer Olivia Dunn auto. Yes,
Leafs always
best card in the auction.
Leafs always chasing them random autographs. Oh, if you do like Messi, there's a gold out of 10 from the Titans insert from 2018 Optic. It's a nasty card. I know that.
What do you think of that card, though? I don't know if I'm a fan.
I think they're pretty cool. At one point, Manny had the superfractor or the gold vinyl of Neymar, which looked really cool. I think they're cool. I'm not saying it's like the best card ever, but it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's interesting. It's different. Pedro at 576. I can't believe that this random in-person signed. There's so many in-person signed Justin Herbert cards. And it's at $500. It's kind of crazy to me. Same as a Barack Obama auto.
Yeah, that's cool. Knick-Knack, is that 101 number 40 for the Prism set now?
Probably.
Do you happen to catch that? Knick-Knack, we're going to go with yes.
Highly likely.
How many cards we got?
What?
Actually, the 1 minute hasn't started yet, has it?
No, but I'm on 2005 and later. So it looks like there's less than there actually is. Wow, there's a flawless diamond of Simmons ending in this auction. At one point, this card had to have been one of his highest end cards because with no Panini autos, this is numbered out of 5. It's like considered his one of his actual main rookie cards. Let's see here.
I swear there was also like a Ben Simmons select gold selling in this auction.
There was. It's over 500. Bro, you don't even want to know how much one of the 25 PSA. Oh my gosh, I found this exact same card.
From like 2021 or something?
No, not even, bro. 2018. 2018 is when Ben Simmons was at the height. $17,175 in 2018. 17 grand.
Oh my gosh. I'm speechless after that. In 2018?
Yeah, that's 2 years before COVID.
$17,000. I don't even know if this card would have sold for that much during like the peak COVID boom.
I don't think it did. I mean, if I can try to go see what. No, there was. Let me actually see if I can specifically find out 5.
That's crazy. 17,000.
2020. It's over 7 grand. It was down 10K, bro, by the end of the bubble.
Oh, jeez.
It was down 10K from 2018 to 2020, and now it's down from 7K to 750.
Yeah,
$750. That is.
I gotta say though, there was nobody like Summer League Ben Simmons right after he got drafted. That dude looked like a baller.
And then no one like open gym 3-point shooting Ben Simmons like 2 years ago.
Yeah, then it went downhill real quick. Jordan goes, Aaron and Julian, what are your thoughts on the Tour de France this year? Surprised by the results. Jordan, I could look up right now and give you an answer, but to be completely honest, I didn't watch a ton of the Tour de France. Some of my roommates were though, and they're telling me about it. And
I didn't even know the Tour de France was happening, so there's that.
Yeah, and I mean that. Just like watching it and hearing about it makes me tired because biking like uphill and how long they're doing that for? Crazy. Those are like some crazy athletes right there.
Definitely.
Knick-Knack, I'd love to meet the man that torched 70K in that Simmons. And then he said, might be the same guy who rubbed the Soto auto. Very well could be. Wesley 1958 Mundo Garincha, rookie PSA 4.
Very nice. Very, very nice. That's a nice soccer card right there. Them 58s are sweet cards. I think there's still a ton of Pokemon going. We're down to 1 minute here pretty soon. I'm gonna go. Well, we got. Oh, actually, we're down to probably under 50. Ooh, the Pele went for $7,200. That I cannot believe that this Christian Watson is still going right now.
Some big Packers fans.
I guess so.
Is he going to be like your best wide receiver? Is that
Bro, he's sick. Like he's really good, but he also was like injured too much. So
No, I know, but like in terms of like depth chart, is he like wide receiver 1?
yeah. Yeah, he's wide receiver 1. But there's very little experience on this team.
Yeah.
Very little. 2 to 3 draft picks this year. Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, maybe one other guy I'm forgetting, and then 2 newly drafted tight ends.
Should be fun.
Let's see how many cards are left. We are under 24, Julian. It's time to pick.
I think
something.
the triple threads are just sold. Hopefully Jordan got it. Okay.
I'm going to go with the Rafael Nadal PSA 10 patch.
I'm going for the 1969 Bob Rule because that's a sick name.
Where is it?
Topps Basketball Bob Rule. That's at 2,400.
Really missing something here. Oh, I have 2005 filtered. That's a problem. There probably is actually more than 24 left.
Third week, I'm getting it right this time.
Well, we're sticking with our picks.
Yeah.
Took Bob Rule. Yeah, there's more than 24 items left. Also, I'm gonna start the giveaway right now. Everyone, drop a number 1. Drop a number 1 in the chat to join the giveaway for the Thunderclap Ken Griffey Jr. Such a dope name for an insert.
I'm gonna be so jealous for whoever got this. That's a sick card.
I know. Down on the farm says Romeo Doubs is going crazy at camp, and that's great to hear. He's just got to stay healthy. And actually, I have 2 autos right next to me here that were bought here on the weekly auction. I've got the contenders out of 87 ticket, and then the number out of 13 from Optic Contenders, red, white, and blue. What's your plan for the National, Aaron? Well, we got 2 boosts, man. We got huge frontage. We got 40 feet of frontage at the National. 579 and 696. Write down if you're going to be at the National. Those are the 2 boosts. We're going to have tons of cards for soccer. There's going to be a good amount of baseball. There's going to be non-sport football. There's going to be dollar boxes and $5 boxes and all the like, and a lot of space for Kesem charity donations to be sold as well.
I don't think you said wacky packs in there. There's going to be some wacky packs.
There'll be some wacky packs from Papa Slabs.
Yeah.
Thank you, down on the farm. I'd love to meet you and chat at the National. That'd be great. I hope to see all of you there, whoever's going to be there.
Bob Rule's still going. Let's go.
I wonder if Nadal is still going. Nadal is still going.
Come on.
There's a nasty Carson Palmer finest gold auto. Can you believe this boy Julian here didn't even know he played for the Bengals?
How did I know you're going to bring this up?
That just dates this kid. Dates him like crazy.
Yeah.
I
didn't know that. It was actually funny you said that because I was playing like this like NFL game the other day, like online where you like say like played for two of the same teams, and it was like Cardinals and Bengals. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I learned something. I can use someone here.
Well, there you go. Carson Palmer gold. That was $185. Last raw did $75. So nice sale going right there. All right. I will close the giveaway off in, let's say, 1 minute at 10:05 p.m. Central Time.
I think I'm out.
You think you're out? Bob Rule's done?
Yeah. You're still going, though.
Bob Rule's done. Come on, Nadal. This is actually a nasty card. I kind of want it myself. Come on, Nadal.
Bob Rule, you let me down. The DAC 101 still going too.
It is? What's that?
It is at 1,175 pre-buyer's premium.
Bro, your boy Crollo is going at you right now.
Thinking it was, what is in Roman numerals? Geez, that's too hard a question. I don't even know if he had the same number on the Bengals. I first had to figure out what number he was on the Bengals.
Come on, bro. Just take a guess. He's number 9 on this card. At least on this card, he's number 9. I can't remember if I think it was the whole time.
Yeah, he was 9. All right, now I need to look up Roman numerals.
Oh my gosh, he's got to Google it.
9. It's like the Is it one IX?
IX, yeah.
One X IX.
IX.
See, that's what Google's for, man. You don't need to memorize this stuff. Or just look it up.
Man, what happened to the school system 4 years between you and me? I'm pretty sure I learned Roman
You think it's
numerals.
bad with me? It's like 2 years after me, kids didn't learn how to do cursive writing.
That is true.
Generation's getting a little too soft.
Where's my Nadal? Is my Nadal carrying me to the finish line here? It's got 10 seconds left. It's missing a bid. Oh, let's go, baby.
Did you go get another bid?
They got a bid.
God. I have the hack to this. I'm gonna beat you every time. I'm just gonna get like a $5 card and just keep bidding it up. Oh wait, but someone's got a bid against me. God,
dude, you were getting chirped so badly right now. Corolla said, I just want to see if Julian knew how to use Google. And Hank says you could join me in my history class sometime. I might learn a thing or two.
Oh, Hank, chill, man. History class. Did you say it in history class? I don't know about that. Maybe if you're doing like Greek history or something.
Bro, like
I'm officially done reading the chat. I'm not answering any other questions to make a fool out of myself.
I'm not sure, Jordan. All right, I got the giveaway all ready to go. Just gotta see how well my Rafael Nadal does. I gotta go double back-to-back winner here. I gotta get the right card ending first, and I gotta get the guessing. Looks like we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4. It's something in the range of 12 to 14 cards, probably 10 now. Carson Palmer's at 220.
That's kind of cool. The 1991 Fleer basketball Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. Got another bid.
Which one?
It's Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, 1991.
Oh, that's the hoops?
No. It's a different one. It's like All-Star Game. Yeah. Wait.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that one.
That's pretty dope. That's
Cool photo.
This is pretty sick, actually. Like a Spalding die cut.
Yeah. Good old Spalding.
Come on, and someone's got to like Nadal more than $350 worth. Let's go.
Oh my God.
He's cooking. I think that Dak's done. So what, $1,600 after buyer's premium? $1,530.
Yeah.
What do you think about him in the top 10 for the execs and coaches and scouts? He was number 10, I think, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Like, would you pick Kirk Cousins over Dak Prescott?
Probably not. I think I'd probably take Dak. But, like, here's the thing. Is, like, Dak's the type of player where, like, I always see him ranked highly, but do I watch him a ton? No. Like, I'll look at, like, the stats. So, like, this past year, he didn't do, like, the best. But, like, I also, like, the two comparisons, like, Kirk Cousins and Dak, I would rather, like, not have either. But, I mean, I will say part of that list was very interesting for who they left out and who they put where. So,
definitely.
Let's hope he has a better season, hopefully.
Let us know in the chat. Would you rather have Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert leading your team if they are like, if you gave both of those quarterbacks the same team setup, which quarterback would you rather have leading your team?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Julian, do you have an answer to that?
To Dak or Kirk?
No. To Hurts or Herbert.
Oh, who I'd rather. Oh gosh, that's a tough question. I'd say Hurts probably at this point, just because I don't know. He had that really good season, but I don't know. That's a tough question.
Jordan's completely biased and out of whack now with his downtown
Justin Fields. Silky. The reason I was distracted is I was reading Hank's comment. You can watch me play World Cup on my Chromebook. Hank, we do not endorse this. Do your work.
Wow, I'm absolutely about to finesse this. There was like 40 cards left, I think, when I picked in it all. There was probably like 40 left. Now there's 4.
Lucky guess.
We're getting close. pretty soon here after this next window, if it does survive it, we're going to switch to the giveaway and rip the giveaway off for whoever gets the thunderclap, King Griffey Jr.
We got some Justin Fields supporters here. Hank 4.0. Okay, you can't argue with that.
He's totally flexing that he can accomplish games in school at the same time.
That's respectable. I respect that. Except the parents do not respect that. You tell them like you just stick to the 4.0. Don't say you're playing games in class because they'll find a way to make fun of you.
Life lessons from Julian.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I might be in the dumps now. That stinks. All right.
Huh, loser.
Loser. All right. I'm going to get a dub here, though. Good luck, everyone, for the Thunderclap King Griffey Jr. 3 times in the randomization. You know how it goes. I got to get this right. I got to get it. I'm going with Mark Sakaguchi.
I'm going with Jordan.
Riding with Jordan. All right, here we go.
With Jordan.
Kurt Renaud? Kurt wins. Kurt gets the thunderclap.
Did I beat you at least? Where was yours?
I don't know. Oh, 17.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Me.
Oh, 13. Who's the worst starting quarterback in the NFL?
Oh, geez. Justin Fields.
So congrats to Kurt. Please send me an email with your character key or your identity key, which you get by going to preferences, clicking your name in the top, hitting preferences, and sending it over. Julian, worst quarterback in the NFL?
That's a really good question. Worst starting quarterback in the league.
I mean, honestly, those quarterbacks can change so frequently. You could argue probably for Baker Mayfield if he gets a starting job with the Buccaneers.
Yeah. It's going to be, even if he doesn't, I mean, Kyle Trask, yeah, that's a good one. I said Justin Fields kind of jokingly, but kind of serious too.
But I'm kind of serious.
Nick Nack, this is a good point. I forgot about this. Herbert's got Kellen Moore calling his plays now. That should be fun because Kellen Moore knows his stuff. And John on the Farm, are you doing kids packs? We are. Right?
Down on the farm, we have so many freaking kids packs, man.
Shout out Mama Slabs, hard at work for the kids.
There's literally 7 boxes of kids packs that will be at the show. So if you got kids, make sure to Kurt Reno, thank you for correcting me on that. Now I'm not going forward. If you do have kids and you're bringing them to the National, be sure to bring them to Slab Sox booth 579 696. There'll be so many packages of sports cards, not sealed and open ones, but different cool cards that they can take home and have fun and trade. Hopefully with family, friends, whoever. So that's all we got for this episode. Patrice Bergeron is the last card there. Did not pick it right, but had a good episode. Fun time, and this is the last time we'll be live here on YouTube prior to the National. You can find us tomorrow on Fanatics live, breaking Topps Museum Champions League release day starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Fanatics Live. If you want to get onto the app and haven't accessed it yet, you can access it with a code stocks to the moon, STOX to the moon. We'll get you into the app right now. We are breaking tomorrow 3 p.m. Eastern time, and Wednesday starting super early, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time for Topps Chrome Baseball 2023. I can't wait for that. Gonna be a huge release day, both these two, and hopefully post some good stuff. But we'll see you there. We'll see you at the National. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Enjoy your Sunday night.